this draft. Do you agree with that? Or would you, in that situation, rather have dealt with the Slark than the Timbersaw?
I think I would probably have wanted to doubt the Slark, but I can... Crit. Insania, be careful how you step up. Jakiro does an absurd amount of damage.
Oh, he's got the fairy fire.
Oi.
He's not going to get him, though.
And now Crit, maybe getting baited himself.
Indeed.
A TP. Heads up play.
That's close there.
That was
Felt like he was going to be able to get another hit in, but he didn't. Crit gets out. No first blood to be had quite yet.
That was kind of a little bit of a jib bait play from both sides.
Yeah,
Mid,
it really was.
I think we've seen this one now coming out a little more even. It's just a skill matchup of who's getting hit. If you do get like a stun to block a shield crash or something, if you get these big stinger explosions, it can be devastating. But Pango has just done good in almost every single matchup that we've seen. So it should be, yeah, just skill matchup. We'll see how that one ends up going. And then bottom, you heard it from Moon himself. You know, they pre-picked this gyrocopter to answer the Beastmaster early on in the laning phase, since you can just run him down, but also kill those boars and hawks with your flak. And then they picked the Beastmaster into it anyway. So Liquid, you know, they wanted to play this hero, and they don't seem to not have been fussed about that matchup. So quick other thing about, you know, the Slark, I'm trying to like think about why they maybe wanted to get rid of it also, is perhaps the save function, because Depth Shroud is very good versus like Beastmaster in particular. If you're not focusing the Slark, he's able to get that onto one of his cores and stuff. And Amar is just annoying on it, so maybe it's something along those lines. But yeah, they'll have to deal with the Tim.
They will for this game, and depending on how this game goes, you know, we may not see it again this series if this ends up being a rough game for Liquid and Falcons are able to take it.
Yeah, let's see how top ends up going in particular. As I said, level 3 is the main timing for the Monkey King to be able to apply pressure onto the Timbersaw. And also with Crit having the TP out early, it does give him a good start here, since that attack speed slow from the dual breath also was not leveled up. So yeah, he should be able to get those stacks up until level 2 comes out and Crit's able to counteract it. But that's the theory of this lane, is them just trying to not allow him to get those stacks. So far, Amar is going to be struggling a little bit. At least slowed down a bit.
As we see there, though, undefeated on his Timbersaw. So as I say, really a real challenge. Liquid, they're going to have to do something at sort of perform at a level beyond what they've been playing at. And they've already been playing, of course, at a fantastic level to get this far in the tournament. But to beat an Amar, Timbersaw,
staying low. I gotta keep watching this mid. Nisha's playing this beautifully, contesting every single deny, forced a sandstorm back at the tower from Malrine too. So he's doing excellent in the mid lane right now. Crit.
This looks like it could be a first blood this time round. They catch him with the slurp, the primal spring. Can he find some sort of deny from neutrals? He can't. Mickey able to find first blood.
Nicely done. Level 3's been hit, so they've got these Jingu stacks up. Crit has to be more careful with this positioning there. Does step up a bit far. I believe he went for a courier snipe. Maybe got baited a little bit there.
Radiant are scanning.
And Boxy, he's going to be even more annoying. So Malrine probably wants to go for the fill up into the bottle there from Crit, since they did go for that Bruin contest. And now Nisha.
He steps up quite aggressively. Didn't expect Crit to sort of be in position to fight back. He's going to be out with the TP, but only just.
But has to get sent back to base. So we'll see Malrine very likely catch back up there on the CS. Overzealous stepping up there. That's, I mean, he doesn't see in particular that they were TPing in, but yeah, a good TP from Crit.
Yeah, well, of course, got to be something you expect, I imagine. Yeah, when a support dies in the side lane and respawns.
Especially if you're denying his water runes on the side too. Like that's when it's like, oh yeah, these mid laners, they need the bottom fill.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, either way, Nisha obviously doesn't get punished for it. It was close, though. If he did go down there, that would have been quite a mistake from him.
Yep, and let's see how the stacks end up going down. Thing of the Sand King, even if the lane does get maybe not perfect for you, you just go back and get the stacks. They did not actually block these, so choice from Team Liquid to not go for those. They're prioritizing on the other lanes. Sometimes you do see versus Sand King or SF or these flash farmers, that does get stacked out. And of course, we'll see, yeah, Beastmaster struggling, but is getting those stacks up and ready, as we tend to see. But he's not struggling as much as I actually expected him to. He's got 20 CS, which isn't so bad. However, it's 0 contest onto Skiver. He's absolutely free farm.
Yeah. Okay. Should be all right here. Amar, interesting, just sort of away. Maybe going back in now to help Crit out. The initial burst. Dual Breath coming in on towards Mickey. He's trying to survive here through the lifesteal. He's able to take Crit down. See if Amar can get him in return.
Cannot.
He's got to be careful, yeah, indeed. Mickey stands his ground. Amar, at the moment, not quite at the level where he has the burst to truly threaten the Monkey King.
Mickey going standard kind of build here. The Orbital Corrosion, very effective when you're playing versus any of these sustain heroes in the lane. Crit, since he dies, back to the mid lane he goes to fill up. Can he secure the Power Rune? Nisha, he's hit level 6 already. Instant D-ward as well.
And they can't go for him. He's got the Rolling Thunder. He's able to get across. He's going to be up to the top of the power, and is Nisha sticking around with a good angle here. Does not have the vision himself, but
he might have
a lot of damage in, and in fact, he does. Fantastic stuff there from Nisha.
At bottom. They kill Skitter. Oh boy.
They got the two of them there.
That's huge. How
did they just get kills out of nowhere, really?
How did they get the bottom one? I know they've been moving around and stuff, but wow, getting the gyrocopter with this lane.
Midgate's ready to fight. He's going to jump in aggressively over towards Amar. Ballistar comes in to stop the timber chain. Amar's in trouble. Jump forward from Boxy. They're getting kills on all lanes here, Liquid. 6-0, 6 minutes in.
Picture perfect early game. I cannot believe the bottom lane in particular is the most surprised that they're able to bring down Skitter.
Falcons must have been playing aggressive or something, going for kills themselves to get punished like that.
I mean, Boxy and 33 working their magic. Boxy in particular on his, his 4 Morphling. It's been pretty outstanding. I mean, not every single game, but when it does pop off in this hero, it can do some crazy stuff, and he has some really good spells to turn into, as we do see, even versus the Timber and stuff, so pretty cool. See what he's going to be able to do when he does turn into some of these heroes and use their abilities against them. And yeah, the Beast getting a kill.
Super hot start from Liquid on the lanes. With their lineup, is that kind of expected for them to have the edge in the laning stage?
They tend to draft for lanes. That's kind of how Liquid likes to play overall, especially going for this Monkey King. Mikke, he seems to be... I mean, a lot of people are playing it, but I feel like Mikke is just the specialist on it. They seem to do very well when he does play it. So, yeah, so far, things are looking excellent, and they have shut down this last pick Timber so far. In the laning phase, his net worth is quite low. Things are very good for them to build the pressure to AA. There's other thing about this hero is you can just get ran down a lot of times.
You can feed pretty
you can
easy
feed
on this
pretty
hero.
easy on AA.
It's a nice one to feed on.
It's a nice one to feed on.
It is. Once it starts, you just can't stop it sometimes. We'll see if, the Snaking professional player, he'll be able to slow down the dying. He's died twice already, but
will he?
The game gets crazy.
Snaking usually does have quite a bit of death, so even if they do win.
That's not a good combo then. Don't give the support that's dying the AA. It's only going to get worse.
But he's got good levels. That's the one thing. He's actually almost level 6 already at this point in 8 minutes in. So that's pretty outstanding. So getting quite a bit down there. Maybe getting some extra boars and stuff I wasn't able to see at the start there. Because Skeeter's also level 6, so getting a lot out of this bot lane, even though they did die on the gyrocopter, they're high level. And he'll find a D-ward, which actually pushes him to 6. Snay has 6 at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Which is, I mean, that's very fast, especially if you die in the lane. That's
true.
Interesting.
And that's, it doesn't matter how much you feed on an AA if you hit your Ice Blast.
And speaking of that Ice Blast, it might come in a bit unexpected.
It's going to get the hit onto Insania.
Close.
Not quite Nisha. Either way, they're not going to have the follow-up to bring anything below the thresholds. But does scare them off. Liquid have to back away.
That was an opportunity to maybe seize, because I don't think they expect this AA to be 6 this early on. Because looking at the other supports, nobody else is that close yet. Boxy is actually, because he's now been given the lane since 33 is getting jungled. Yeah, 33 being able to jungle at this point after getting a kill. Look at his net worth on this Beast.
Yeah, it's
phenomenal.
He's doing great. We've seen Beast off to, I feel like usually the Beast is off to a pretty tough start.
Yep.
They have some sort of way to shut him down during the laning phase. And whatever plan they had here, I mean, as you say, the idea of picking the Gyro to try and scare him off it, this is why they weren't scared of picking the Beast anyway.
Absolutely.
Still has a great lane.
Trying to work himself away. Boxy is making the move, so is Nisha.
Amar's pretty prepared for this one. Won't be able to catch him out, plays it safe. So able to get out of the lane.
Smoking bottom. They want to try to pressure 33. They know he's having way too good of a time, Malrine. Looking for a position. There's a defensive ward placed from 33, and he is healthy. On top of that, he's not squishy. He has the Seeds of Serenity that he's kept himself full HP at. Ogre Axe too, so he's 1500 HP on this Beast. Not an easy kill commit, but they will just steal the stacks or attempt to.
They'll probably be able to get this this neutral stack at least. This is going to die pretty easy to the Sandstorm and the...
He's scared though.
Okay, and Nidhi doesn't want to stick around and try and burst it there with the Burrow Strike. Has to use it to get away from Nisha. Crit. Hiding in the trees. I think they know he's there.
Ooh. He's scanned.
Over him, but they definitely know he's here.
Wait.
Oh my.
The board?
What? Okay.
Okay, the board got
nearly able to juke them, but indeed he's going to be slowed down. Does not have a TP available, and even if he did, wouldn't be able to use it. Crit goes down. Liquid, they're able to make sure that this area of the map is kept safe, and Falcons are forced out.
Smashing this early game so far. Even Boxy, I'm seeing what he's doing. He's being very annoying versus Amar. He's just shifting. He's turning into the Timber, and when Amar goes to farm Ancients and stuff like that, he just Timber chains in, throws a Whirling Death, so it's very pesky. I love what Team Liquid is doing right now with this pressure. 8-0 so far. do lose their bottom tower, but either way, they've done phenomenal in this lane.
Yeah, this is a crazy good start.
And that could, enhance that timing for the pipe to come up very fast. Like, Blitz was saying, the Aghanims into pipe perhaps could just be that build for Beastmaster to just look to surround him.
Yeah,
Nisha getting active.
I'd like to see it. There we go, Boundless to set up onto Amar. So with the chain, they're going to continue to chase. They've got the four of them here. TPs have to come in if they want to attempt to help Amar out, but he's already gone. Mickey gets the kill, and now, yeah, they do not want to fight this. They can't fight Liquid in this area, even on their side of the map. Liquid, at the moment, too strong for Falcons to tackle head on.
And they're going to steal pretty much everything here. Nisha off to a phenomenal start, and he's going to go the Mage Slayer route that we saw a couple other players do, which is very good this game versus the mass magic damage. So throw a pipe and a Mage Slayer. Majority of that damage early game is going to be negated from Falcons. It's going to be Skitter who does pretty much all of it at that point.
Skitter's going to be tickling a little bit, and then you got a bit of pure coming out from the Timber Saw.
Yeah, but the Timber is very shut down after this lane. Mid.
Nisha is going to go for the setup here. And Snaking's around to help out. Indeed, nice little jukes, and Nisha won't want to play around that close to the tower anymore because Maori, Crit, and Skitter, they've turned up in their numbers. They're going to try and see if they can find something, but the waveform's up on Boxy and Falcons. They won't get a kill out of this one.
Gonna try to pressure tower here. They want to try to get something out of this movement where they bring 4. But in the meanwhile, Team Liquid just getting this farm going. 3 components of the Aghanims already done for that Beastmaster pick.
This'll come in handy.
And they finish off this tower. Rolling Thunder still on cooldown. Are they gonna look to rotate perhaps even Mickey in, who's also gone Mage Slayer? So they're like tripling down perhaps onto this magic negation versus Team Falcons, which looks quite strong, especially in the early game.
Of course, no surprise there with the change up in the build. As you say, prioritize the Mage Slayer, but this one will be the fastest we've seen on a Monkey King.
I think it was him who did it the last time too, but I'm not sure. I remember seeing another one of these Mage Slayers early on, and it looked very good because we're seeing just Rise of Sand King and all this, so definitely very strong if he's able to get that onto any of these targets, which in team fights he will.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. I guess the trade-off here when you go for this, it's not going to speed up your farming, right? So if the game starts to fall into a bit more of a passive state, I mean, I guess Monkey King, even without like a Maelstrom or something, farms pretty quickly, especially with this, you got like the mana regen to sustain like Primal Springing around.
But he's playing for aggression. I don't think Liquid is looking to be that type of slow-paced team. You can see his skill build. He's 3-1-4. Yep. So when you see it, you want to slow down and get farm on these monkeys, you go for the max Primal Spring build. And this is kind of the archetype of Team Liquid, right? They don't like to really play those farm games. Yes, if it comes to it, they'll sometimes do it, but they want to be dictators of tempo. They want to be super aggressive with items and with these heroes. And yeah, this is very ideal for it. So double Mage Slayers. And so far, Malrine still struggling also. These 2 cores definitely getting impacted from the way that the lane went down. So no blink still.
His time is work out for Liquid. So 33, just about to have his Aghanims done.
It's so fast.
But yeah, the timing, they're smashing them this game. We already saw what both Pango and Monkey King hitting the fastest Mage Slayer rushes we've seen this tournament.
9-0. They're keeping that 4K lead growing, not giving up even a CM or anything. Sometimes in these games, like a Crystal Maiden does get picked off from a move. So far, even Insania dodging the moves. Is that an AA blast I saw? Yes, it is. Maybe looking to catch the morph or something low, but Boxy's not playing low.
Just counting things out as well, checking out the Roshan pit in case, because
Skitter.
There's the chance they try and sneak for an early one. Skitter. Nobody's got back up behind him. Second forward, not able to get the Boundless Strike connection. Falcons, they're a little scared of time for the fight off to the side. They've caught Malrine. Malrine's gone, and now they can turn over all Skitter as well. The burst is coming out. Skitter falling low. Double kill for Nisha as he finishes off the shield crash. Mickey, he got the Wukong's command down on the AA. Snaking goes down. They've lost 4. Amar, he's caught by the Boundless Liquid. They're going to chase this.
Alone.
They can find the team wipe. He misses the Tipper Chain. Amar, he's going to be taken down slowly but surely. It's a team wipe by Liquid here at 15 minutes in.
5 for 1. Perfect fight. They snipe Malrine on the side before he gets literally anything off. They get the roar on Skeeter. Yeah, Beastmaster dies, but a perfect move from Liquid.
Crazy stuff from Liquid.
It's picture perfect.
Yeah, they're playing the best we've seen from them. And as I say, they've already set the bar pretty high, but turning up today in this game 1 against Falcons, letting Amar have his last pick Timbersaw, 15 minutes in, Liquid, they're completely cruising over them.
They've got the answers so far. 7K lead. Everything is just working out in their favor.
And Amar,
beautiful fight.
Not able to break away in those final moments.
Ooh, missing the chain. Dies probably, very likely anyway, but either way, does miss it.
They're playing fast. They're going to keep this speed going. They've got the mech coming out pretty soon
Pretty much, he has it.
He's got it. So that's going to be added into the next fight, the next play. We're not seeing the pipe come straight up quite yet. No, we're getting the blink first. See over in the river, and Satan's going to get jumped towards. He's got backup. Malorini's going to drop the epicenter. They won't.
They'll ditch him.
They'll take what they can. They can kill onto the CM. Can they get anything more? There's a missile heading away, and Mickey jump forward from Amar. It's a lot of burst. The Ice Blast is in. They've taken Mickey down.
Here comes the roar.
33 and Nisha, they're ready to find some kills in return. Rolling Thunder connects over towards Malorine. They've killed the 2 of them off. Falcons, they get a 2-for-2 trade. All things considered, you know, it's something for them. Still doesn't feel too great. They're losing their mid. They're losing their off lane.
Nisha's doing too much. They've got to find an answer somehow for this. It's the last pick Pango that also came into the pool, and he is flawless. 6-0 and 4. Catching Malrine every single time, it feels like. This time they will lose. They will lose a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. They do get so much out of it. But Falcons at least happy to claim something for themselves. Who got the last hit? Did Skitter get any of them? Much needed time to get the kills. I see Boxy queuing up the cloak. It might just be him. I think with the way that the early game has gone too, that pipe, it's still going to be necessary, but they don't need it as much because they have these double mage slayers that kind of do similar to be able to reduce a lot of that damage. And yeah, they're steamrolling the moves, and they're really reading every play. Look at Falcons right now setting up bottom, and Team Liquid's already prepared, perhaps.
They're going to try for the burst on 33. Remember the burst strike and the Ice Blast. Can they actually have to follow damage to bring 33 below the threshold? He's got to back off with the cold feet upon him, but they've lost the 2 heroes. They do get the job done, but indeed at the cost of both of their lives. I mean, Smiles there on 33. I don't think he cares. Malorine, he's throwing his life away to kill this Beastmaster. This doesn't slow down Liquid.
No, 33 is super happy. And speaking about slowing down, it's actually going to be Liquid who probably speeds up very, very soon because they have potential to just do Roche at any moment. I think every time we've seen this Ags Beast come out, most teams just can just go threaten it if they'd like to. So something that Team Falcons is going to have to be prepared in the next upcoming moments. And Yanisha's farm is just crazy. 11,000 so far. Mage Slayer, Blink, 2 components of that Aghanims, and of course gets blessed with the Orb of Destruction as well too on top. So a free game so far for this Pango. You might have to just smoke and blow everything sometime soon in this early game because otherwise he might just not die.
That's the problem, right? They just kind of tried to do that, albeit they only did it with the 2 of them.
Sure.
It didn't go very cleanly. They're going to try it now with the 4 of them, Falcons, see what they can find.
They know that this Roche is very likely to happen. You know, that Aghanims Beast, it's kind of that timing that most teams have been going around, so they're looking to play around it, but Liquid, they're playing smart. They're not forcing it just yet, perhaps expecting this fight. Nisha coming through the portal.
Oh, so if we can get the jump again on 33. They did kill him last time, but indeed now the backups here from Nisha.
Invade.
Got an epicenter at the side. He's able to connect with the burst strike. Ice Blast to follow. Can they burst through Nisha? He's able to get the shield crash off the Ice Blast. Straight in upon him. They brought Nisha down.
But they're going to lose a lot. The 2 cores drop.
Indeed, it's just such a cost each and every time that they try and make these plays, Falcons.
I mean, I don't blame them for just blowing everything onto Nisha. They have to try to slow his game down.
Absolutely.
But
they have to eliminate the Pango, but as we're seeing, even if they do that, winning the team fight, that's a real kind of tall task for them right now. And now into the pit. Liquid, they go. With those 2 heroes dead on Falcons, no Malorine, no Amar. There'll be no team fight, no contest of this Roche.
They'll just back it up, try to get some farm efficiency, but it dies fast on Liquid with this Beastmaster. It's going down. Mickey, SNY is done, so versus these chain stuns, there's definitely possibilities that if they don't do it perfectly, he can get reset away and get away perhaps even from that AA blast. Status resistance going to be nice for him.
Yeah.
Do they have any repositioning yet? I see Boxy, he is just going to be going down the standard, back into the pipe, and they almost have a 4 staff on the CM, so they will be able to push him out.
Pipe as well.
Yeah. He's pretty close, right?
Yeah, 800 gold away. And if indeed Mickey wants to get this shard next after the SNY, it's super nice. Also, just to sort of have that surprise movement in the middle of a fight, it means it makes it that little bit harder for Snaking to line up his Ice Blast, because certainly the Monkey King is at the other end of his boundless strike. Yeah,
this shard is one of my favorite ones currently at the moment. Even though we don't see Monkey King too much because it's getting banned in a lot of games, or some teams don't prefer to play it. It has offensive potential, it has defensive potential, it has so many different things you can do with it. So, Team Liquid keeping this lead consistent here. Boxy.
They're trying to jump. With the Ice Blast will connect. But he's got a lot of HP to work with.
Yeah, he stays himself shifted up, and now
backup's coming in from the side. Snaking's dead.
Oh, Malrine.
And he's just not able to get up to the high ground. Nisha, oh, that's a beautiful angle.
Oh, it's perfect
there. One of the times that you're very happy to stuck sort of between the walls of the cliff. It was perfect. He was kept right on top of the Sand King.
And 33 just solo killed Amar. Liquid just
this is
making
crazy.
beautiful moves.
And it's going to be quite the hit, I feel, for Falcons. Losing this game 1, as we saw in the stats, this hasn't been happening when they pick Amara's Timbersaw.
Nope. And it was the last pick.
He's going to be shaken up a little bit. They go for this last pick, Tim, but they don't lose with that Falcons. But maybe today here in this game 1, they do.
How many of these, can they just nerf Pango already? Thank you. We're going to get a mini-map replay of Nisha, of course, but my goodness, how many of these last pick Pangos and how many years are we going to have to deal with this hero just dominating games? I mean, Nisha playing it perfectly so far here, as he really has dominated super hard in this one. And his itemization, it's clean. You know, going for this Mage Slayer. There's a nice in-between item for the natural build-up.
Yeah, all the timings from Liquid are coming very flawlessly this game. I mean, it was just to be expected when you've won the lanes, you're having this lead. Sure. But they're definitely not letting it go to waste. You know, Liquid, they're hitting timing after timing after timing, just leaving very few windows really for Falcons to do anything. It's getting to sort of the point where
it's all on Skeeter.
Yeah, exactly.
It really feels like.
The Falcons are kind of in the position that they've been able to force most of the other teams that they've defeated on the way to this point.
Yeah.
Where indeed it's just kind of hit creeps, hope for the best, and hope that the carry can carry you.
It really is feeling like it's almost entirely on Skeeter at this point, because this 4 Morphling has gotten away with the greed. 5, 0, and 11 also on Boxy, making clean moves. And he's got the mech in the pipe. So 3 of the heroes in particular are very countered now. The AA, the Sanking, and the Jakiro's damage is going to be very reduced on that, on top of the Mage Slayer as well, too. Yeah, beautiful itemization, beautiful play so far. So for Team Falcons, have to just try to maybe slow down the pace of the game, get some type of recovery, and just let Skeeter do his thing. Because right now he is still farming very well, but it's just not easy when there's this roar that's always going to focus fire him. They pretty much can just throw multiple hero spells on him, and there's so many that pierce BKB. The Wukong's just thrown on him plus a roar. In most situations, he's just dead. See what they look to do, because making aggressive moves just seems pretty impossible now. Foxy.
Dire are scanning.
He doesn't have the pipe, does he? Nah, no, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, he got the. I thought he had.
He debated us because he queued up the ring on its own. So it was like, oh, he only needs to buy the ring.
I mean, he's still very, very farmed, but he's not too far away.
Yeah, we got baited.
Yeah, and even without that, we've been seeing what he's been able to do on this morph with the morph ability.
Yep.
And he's just staying at pretty much full strength in every occasion, just in case like a stun and an ice blast comes up. He'll tank through it. He absolutely will tank through it.
Yeah, he will. It's. I mean, I imagine the blast has pretty much just got a hit on whoever you get caught in the Burrow Strike, the opening stun. And ideally, in terms of a hero that you're actually going to have a chance to kill, it's got to be what the Pango or the Monkey King.
Yeah, it feels like that at the moment, especially because this beast has BKB. It just not work.
You don't want to waste that on the support. No. And the Beastmaster 33 very likely will have already got his roar off in the team fight. So it's just trying 100 to 0. One of the other 2 cores, one of Mickey or Nisha.
That feels exactly how they have to try to execute. Once they do, perhaps, maybe once they get the BKB on Malrine, he'll feel a little bit more comfortable for them to try to 100 to 0. But yeah, Liquid now, with firm control of the map, just not really letting too many people go out and farm. I mean, look at the state of the map. They have 4 heroes kind of occupying the bottom jungle. Boxy's taking triangle. Amar can't farm anywhere. Even Skeeter can't find many places to farm.
Oh.
And there's the roar. Easy kill.
33 nearly. He might have had that on his own, honestly.
Solo, yeah.
He might have just been able to solo kill Malrine there. He didn't even need the backup.
Tower to drop. They're just continuing this pressure.
They are crumbling. They are crumbling big time. And I mean, looking back at it, what do you think? What are Falcons taking away from this game, taking away from this draft? I feel like one of them, the AA might not be showing its face.
I think it might not, yeah. They're just taking complete advantage of it in the laning phase in particular. I just cannot believe that they got the kill bottom on Skeeter in a lane with that, they kind of preempted this as Boxy.
They're trying to fight, but indeed Boxy's able to walk out of all of this. Mickey's laid down the Wukong's command. Nisha's crashing up towards the tier 4s with a Rolling Thunder. Amar's doing a good job of forcing them out at the base. So Liquid will back up.
No kill to be got, though, because Malrine dead. If he was alive, perhaps they could maybe get some type of kill as they retreat, but immediately when he respawns, Liquid resets, backs up away.
Yep.
Great plays so far. Pretty much no mistakes coming out from Team Liquid. After winning lanes and making 0 mistakes, the key to success for sure. And now getting even more of these items, BKB done for the Monkey King, so now popping him also, perhaps quite difficult. You might just have to go for the Pango in every situation, which is, I mean, probably necessary anyway. Falcons, they're going to try to smoke, catch him off guard. Rolling Thunder on cooldown.
All right, let's have a look. Can Falcons find something? Crit.
Whoop, spotted. right away.
Immediate moves there from Liquid away from the potential move coming in towards them.
And they'll nuke, and Nisha might just continue like shoving bot, even though he's not the best pushing here on a Pango. They've got a catapult wave. Never mind, he's TPing mid. He wants to fight. Boxy's making the call.
Falcons already on the retreat.
This ward is placed, and it does see Nisha. And they have to blow absolutely everything to just pop him, but they seem to know that this vision is there.
Crip watching from the trees. Not going to go for any setup himself.
And they're scouted now. The illusions will see them.
Falcons.
Dire are scanning.
Is there any chance of taking a fight now that their position has been known?
They have to have this perfect... They need the perfect situation for them to just pop the Pango and somehow kind of get the ball rolling after that. But yeah, Liquid resets, and they're like, okay, you want to fight us outside? Your base is being pushed. We'll just shove it in. Bottom's being pinged out. They already have to start setting up for the defense.
Start TPing back mid-case, setting up in the tree line. Ooh, nice little dodge there. Doesn't get caught by the Burrow Strike. Tier 3 going down. Falcons, yeah, completely forced back to the base.
And there's that pipe to Boxy.
There we go. Now, yes. Now it's done.
Now it's done.
Now he's gone.
It's not a bad time. I mean, it's definitely like not the fastest of timings by any means, but it's a very good timing for the support morph with a mech on top, with the arcane boots. I mean, he's done so much on Boxy.
And as you said, you know, Liquid haven't needed it before now.
Nope, they did not.
It's going to be that nice sort of cherry on top to allow them to push the high ground potentially and end the game.
Pretty much, yeah. And Mickey, I like that
survivability.
He delayed that shard. He wanted to get that.
Oh, he did it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maureen.
Boxy on the cliff, scouting, trying to get the jump. Immediate roll. Maori's just straight out of the fight. He does not have buyback. So no chance really for Falcons to try and turn this fight. Skeeter has to BKB and run away.
He tickles.
He jumps in with the burst. We'll see how much Nisha wants to dive. He's going to look towards snaking. Beautiful angles here for Nisha to keep snaking locked down. 3 dead on Falcons. Amar caught outside the base.
They might call this.
They may indeed do so.
Amar.
Because this game, it's looking pretty done and dusted.
It sure is. A 5 for... I mean, they kill 4 heroes and lose absolutely nobody. The chain stun, Maureen gets nothing off. Boxy just claims the high ground, gets the perfect catch with the Beastmaster Roar. And Falcons, I think it's looking forward to that next game as Liquid looking to at least get 1 Rax advantage here.
Yeah, they may not feel the need to back off.
They might keep
We're seeing
going
how
bottom.
easy they can just kill whoever they want to jump at the start of the fight.
Bottom tower's 300 HP. Let's see if they do take the risk to go for it as well to it. Played super safe.
Oh, Mallory wants to start something off here. It's not going to happen.
Safe.
Liquid, they'll take the racks. They'll back off.
Play around their vision immediately. They have another Roar available here. Skeeter. His BKB's on cooldown. Does reset to the side. 18,000 gold lead. And yeah, the line is being drawn. Boxy furiously drawing on the left side. They're just saying, okay, we got that lane. Bottom's going to push in, so is mid. Picking up these neutral items as well. And seeing the next queue up, I've been seeing him switching back and forth. Nullifier, just great itemization. Being able to deal with the Aghanims on the Timber, even though they already have the answers to it. It seems like just with overwhelming damage. Yeah, just good choices to be able to go for every single one of these.
Precious bone.
Yes. One of the cleaner games I think we've seen.
See. Trying to tease around with Mallory. I mean,
he ain't scared.
As a what, 4K HP hero, pipe and mech.
They can't kill him.
Yeah, one of, if not the tankiest support I guess you can have in the game at this point if you're having a good game.
Definitely. I mean, Boxy's played it to perfection. Beastmaster Morphling lane coming to your pubs. The Beast already was, but had the Morphling in it.
Yeah, I mean, that's happened in pubs before, but normally when there's a disagreement on who's playing core, normally they try and contest the CS. Here, that's not the case. Professional support.
And Nisha now has a Lincoln, so the target they ideally wanted just 100 to 0 now has protection versus the one of the only targeted spells that they have, that Burrow. Right, they have the Missile and the AA one, but those are not really the easiest ones to catch to break a Lincoln's on a Pango, so he has the opportunity to live in pretty much every instance, even if they maybe get the initial cast. Samar, they're playing around their vision.
This could be rough.
Nisha.
And Falcons, I mean, they're sort of watching, but how do they start? Who goes first? I mean, whoever goes in, almost certainly going to die. Do they really want to jump Boxy? No. You know, Boxy's going to jump them. He's going to go in. They'll turn with the bar strike. They're going to throw the spells down onto the support morph. That's going to give the freedom for Mickey to jump the back of the fight. The Raw's down onto Skeeter. Skeeter's gone. Crit to go down as well. Snaking gets chased down. It is absolutely over. GG is called as Team
Liquid. It is that hard lockdown I think that they did want versus the Brewmaster as the game does go down. But speaking of lockdown, this is a last pick puck versus some limited disables early on. Until they do itemize for something like an Orchid, which we'll probably see from Malrine early, it'll be tough to catch this puck.
Crit. He's trying to firefly away, but the slows are coming in. The damage as well. Can they give it to one of the cores? They can't. Boxy will take it, but it's first blood nonetheless here for Liquid.
So the Void stance even coming out there from the Brewmaster for the extra slow. Nisha trying to scout stuff out. We'll just jump away. So yeah, getting that first blood. Haven't seen Crit really play the Batrider too much. This is actually his first one this tournament. He used to play it a lot, even in earlier this year, but it did get some nerfs, and he hasn't touched it. And now he's at the skill Firefly level 1, which is usually not the thing you want to get. You usually want to either have Flame Break or have that sticky Napalm to secure the lane. So see if that has any type of repercussion for how Amar is going to end up doing versus this SF and this Jakiro lane. And yeah, Liquid overall, they had a pretty explosive game. So let's see how Falcons kind of just adapt in that early game so they can make it to some of these later stages.
Get the jump over towards Mickey. They're going to try for this.
Got the speed up.
Indeed, Boxy able to buff Mickey up, get him the movement speed to keep his distance. Skeeter on the other side of the map. He's getting chased down. Liquid, they're going to get themselves a second kill, whilst the rest of Falcons were trying to chase for a kill themselves, but unsuccessfully. Falcons 2-0 to start this one off, going the way of Liquid.
Yep, and they are doing the switch up of the lanes. So Insania, he is avoiding that matchup at bottom. He is going up toward top versus the Enchantress with the Brew. It's a strong lane either way with the Brew and the Jakiro. Just we'll see how much the Ench snaking can do to just protect Skeeter in this one. And bottom, it's a strong lane too. It's a Marcy SF. This is not something to laugh at by any means. It's a hero that can provide quite a lot for Shadow Fiend.
Oh, for sure.
And something I was looking at perhaps with this Marcy pick also is just getting the sidekick buff up always for the SF could allow him to just fight back through some of these heroes that can sometimes be annoying. So yeah, we'll have to see how all that does kick off. And see, as also, the other thing we do have to mention is the priority of Pangolier. Last game, it made it all the way to the last pick. Malrine, they went back to just snap picking it for him.
Yeah, I mean, with the hero being shown off the way it was last game by Nisha, deservedly so, having this prioritized earlier in the draft. You know, Malrine can also give us a crazy game on it.
Yep. And right away, he's already off to a 3-3 start. Does get the deny onto that range creep there. Very nicely done, pulling the aggro. Yeah, something about the puck, you know, in the early game, your base damage is pretty low, in particular to be able to get these guaranteed CS versus these universal heroes who just go the stats.
Snaking. The slow coming in from Skeeter to hold back 33, and the heals are out from Snaking.
And we'll see how Nisha does in this matchup, because this does not feel easy for him at all. Malrine's really taking advantage of... He's doing something pretty cool. So I've seen a lot of these heroes picked lately versus the Pango to try to dodge the shield crashes and stuff like that. I've seen like the phase shift, even some Void Spirits. He's not doing the double jump. He's doing the single jumps just to connect the damage onto Nisha, which is pretty cool. There's little things to point out in the lane that maybe could give him that edge. Another range creep denied. That is quite a bit of them. I think that's 2 of them, at least 2.
Beautiful, beautiful start from him so far here.
Bottom.
I mean, overall,
crit.
You get buffed up here by Amar. We'll allow him to get out. As you say, definitely big kill potential from Liquid if they are able to find the setup with the Marcy to line up the raises from Mickey.
Yeah, that's also why perhaps they did want this Legion Commander. Maybe they expected the flex that could come out and stuff. They do have the Dispel versus these raises and stuff on top of everything too. So even if they do get a couple stacks, you can Dispel and perhaps go aggressive. So far, Amar farming very nicely down here. And Nisha struggling. Be a time for him to catch up once he starts getting some more stat items in particular versus the Pango. Yeah, Malrine. Gonna have a good start on the Pangolier. And he just keeps landing. I think he's landed every shield crash on him, actually. Another one where he does the single shield crash and hits him. He's at up.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing it in the CS, as you say, just how much Nisha's suffering in this matchup.
Yeah, although he's not playing versus the most of disables in the game, they can itemize, as I was mentioning. You know, the Orchid that we've seen popularized on these Pangos a lot when you play versus the puck. Another range creep deny. How many was that? I think that was 4 or 5. I mean, I think he's gotten like at least 4 or 5 of these range creep denies. Like, crazy stuff already. Seeing the difference in levels already. He's got a half level advantage almost.
top lane, 33. Continue to fire pretty well, but again, for this lane, you know, denies coming in from Skeeter.
Definitely quite a lot of
10
them there.
denies in this lane.
A lot of denies across the board. We have 26 denies just on the course. Insania.
Put the blood grenade down here, Snake King. He's looking to try and chase for the kill, but
Reset.
stick charges are there for Insania. Don't play some damage to take him out.
I have to keep just... I'm keeping my eyes on bottom because it feels like a kill could come out in pretty quickly in any moments if they do make some type of missteps. Mickey has prioritized boots nice and early on, so does have the way to reset away from the repositioning that comes out from the Bat Rider.
Yeah, difficult to get on top of this SF.
Drabamar back.
Got to get some of the raises out.
Dispel.
Dispel, and that will keep him safe. Now Crit trying to fight back. He's got the Firefly in onto Boxy. Boxy, he's got a
stick.
Pretty low, and they've got a few more raises ready to throw back out. So Boxy will be kept safe. Both teams falling pretty low, though, between the two of them. Got 4 of them in that bottom lane.
Skitter now getting aggressive. They're going on him, 33. It's the clap. Is it enough healing?
It's like he's trying to do his best here to block them off. They're just taking a lot of damage in return. He's got stick charges.
Another seed shot.
Has he got enough damage here? Not quite. 33 will live.
But protecting is scary, getting those heals up onto him. Skeeter, they're out of regen up here for now. Yeah, they actually have no regen up here anymore for Skeeter. So Skeeter does have to be a little cautious of the next potential go since 33 is resetting. He's healing up with a healing salve. So eyes on the Troll Warlord's HP. Let's see, Snay does get another one of these Warpine Raiders to try to get this harassment again. Insania.
Far up. Maybe feeling that they can come towards snaking them. As soon as they're level 2 heal now.
Yeah. And like he buys, I mean, we see a lot of this, of course. Just raindrop, just all stat into raindrop, just so you can tank through that burst damage that could potentially hurt the Enchantress. Skeeter's still staying very, very low, but getting this good CS. It's insane amount of denies. 31 denies across the board here for the side of Falcons. And now at the moment it's what? 19, I think, if my math is quick, on the course on the side of Team Liquid. So yeah, prioritizing on lane a lot here as Malrine glyphs the mid. He's got the 6, so Power Rune. See how they look to contest it versus this Pango.
It's been a much stronger opening from Falcons this time round. Insania is going to try and TP out. Make it Malrine, not able to get him with enough burst before so. But yeah, much stronger performance here from Falcons in the lanes here. Game 2.
Yeah, you heard it from Aoi in particular, right? They went for something a little bit more standard, stuff that they have played before. Even though I said that Crit hasn't played it in this tournament, he has played the Bat quite a bit, you know, in comparison to... They did try that AA, which was a little bit of a reach that they wanted to go for here, and now just trying to re-establish things in the lanes. 2 kills for Liquid, but the lanes, as we said, for Falcons, looking good.
Nisha and Malrine have hit the 6s. Definitely chance for plays to be made around the side lanes. I mean, would you imagine that's kind of where these mids are going to be looking, or could either team bring a support to the mid lane to try and gank?
I think Nisha more than likely wants to play around bottom, but there's definitely potential for something like Boxy getting a TP in. If they can break the coil, in particular with the Dispose, then maybe they have enough to be able to bring down Malrine. It's not easy, though, because these Pangos just are quite tanky nowadays. They do up this Bracer into just treads, and they have like 1400 HP very early on. Snaking, making this rotation that he likes to do on the edge. Mickey has read it, but the heals, they're enough.
I was able to keep Snaking safe. See him turning back over towards him. Gets the stun set up onto Mickey, and he's going to try for some body blocks, but Mickey's able to get round the Centaur and get out.
He'll get the Obs Ward, though, Snay, and he will look to continue pressuring this. Zone the SF off from the wave. It's a nice move. Sometimes we do see even Skeeter make the move through that portal for Falcons at the 7-minute mark with Snaking. This time he is sticking himself up top. So they're trying to take advantage of that, trying to bully the Troll. Can actually get enough damage onto him, though.
Skeeter, he's got
throwing
1 charges to play with. At the turn with the slow on to 33. 1 charge is out for Skeeter. And he won't be dove here. A little bit worried about the threat of backup coming in for him.
Yeah, nicely done. The Skeeter even surviving the potential go. Liquid trying to take advantage of that movement that comes out from the edge. Malrine makes the move bottom this tower. It's going to go down. So now they'll have easier ways to invade versus this SF. So this lane has definitely gone pretty well.
They're going to sell
nice
the Dream Coil to just try and find some action here as they go for Crit. They'll try and Firefly away, but Foxy's got the control necessary. As they'll slowly but surely bring the Bat Rider down. So 3rd kill to be found, but the slow start continues, and the farm for Falcons, it goes completely untouched.
Yeah, but Nisha has completely recovered after that. You know, Malrine made the move bottom, and now Nisha is actually 200 gold ahead of him with just that move and just getting these extra CS, plus working on that stack that he was doing just below him in that mid lane. So a pretty good recovery, even though they did lose that. Getting some kills.
Yep. How'd you like this build from 33, right, where he goes for the mech rush on the brew?
I think we're going to see this more in pretty much every game of the brews. As we saw from gaming, this just seems like the winning strategy for it. Snake.
Driving in for snaking. 33 does have the split if he wants to commit to the fight.
Baiting the TP.
Two of them, it's a tough one to take. In fact, he may be forced to use it to get out. We'll see how much he's ready to rely on the movement speed provided by Boxy.
He's way too fast.
Indeed, it's too much for Mallory to chase.
The drunken master.
Zooming around. Nisha is going to start to get a bit of pressure onto the mid tower. Mickey. The more awkward for him to find spots to farm here, indeed, with the early tier 1 being taken.
They have their ultis at the ready here, so even though Maureen makes a rotation top, doesn't find a successful rotation with the Rolling Thunder, Liquid can look to punish. And something we do definitely have to talk about for Liquid is they have some incredible wombo combo team fight. They've got the Dream Coil with the SF ulti to break it. They've got the Brewmaster as well, plus Jakiro to follow up. It's a lot of team fight. So sometimes in these fights, it could just be overwhelming for Falcons.
Looking for a fight around here. They're going to get the Dream Core down onto the two of them. Do they have to follow up damage? Mars coming in from the side. He's ready to start the fight.
Falcons got the numbers.
Onto Insane here. He's able to successfully win the duel. 33 is attempting to fight back, looking towards Crit. Crit's up to the high ground with the Firefly. Boxy's able to jump up, throw him back over his shoulders. Crit, he continues to be stuck in a bit of an awkward spot. Mickey, he's going to be able to walk across. Crit, I don't think he's getting out of this. It's a good effort from Crit to try and survive.
Nice try.
But he will fall. They get the kill. 1 for 1. Falcons, they take that duel damage, though.
Yep. They bring, what, 4 heroes. Maybe even the 5th was rotating. Oh, no, just 4. 4 heroes to rotate over to counteract Liquid's there. Not quite having the levels on the Jakiro right now.
Yeah.
Actually, didn't even check who got the wisdoms this time around. Sorry about that.
Now we see him record has not been bad. And the Legion Commander, they're going to try for the setup into the Requiem here. A couple of raises to come in. Not quite enough to kill Amar off, though.
Big new catches Boxy, too. That actually almost brings him down. It's pretty huge.
And in terms of sort of the timings for the safe lane SF on Mickey, what part of the progress on the build are you really looking to get involved? Do you get this Mask of Madness, then the next time, and then are you fighting? Like, do you really try and fight with the Mask of Madness alone?
Because of the sidekick, maybe, but what level is it? It might only be level 1. You always want to max the rebound. Yeah, it's level 1, so... Like maybe when he gets Dragonlance with it, could be some type of timing. I mean, they're probably going to look to fight around whenever he has Requiem in particular.
Sure. Yeah, they've got a good setup for it.
Yeah, but, I mean, we'll see, though. Tower pressure mid.
Yeah, Falcons, they're getting away with a lot of this push. You know, they took the very early tier 1 tower bottom, and indeed now in the mid lane, nearly being able to bring that one down as well.
Yeah, power of the Enchantress is Mar will tip 33. Wonder what that one was for. Maybe because he didn't show up for a kill yet with the Brewmaster split or something. Who knows? You know, the mind games always will be there. And I know you like this, that Mask of Madness on the SF.
I do, I like
it. It feels great to be able to farm from camp to camp, and even when you fight.
When we've been seeing safe lane SFs, have they been going for this build, or do you still get safe lane SFs doing the Yashikaya?
Have we had a safe lane?
In any games?
I mean, we probably had one. I could go back and look at all of it, but I can't remember if we have seen one. I think we've only really seen the Yashikaya or the Blink and even some duels and stuff from like the mids, but
yeah.
Power Rune. Nisha, there's a lasso.
Oh, they have. They've got him grabbed with the lasso into the duel.
Nicely done.
Yeah, they're getting some nice wins here. Amar, couple of duels, couple of successes. He's getting the plus damage.
Yeah, getting the kills early on the puck are definitely important too to be able to get the itemization and stuff to catch him, since there could be some limited disables later. Insania.
He can't run away from this. Caught by the shield crash of Mallory. A double kill for the Panga.
Falcons playing fast this game.
Much better than game 1.
And in the meanwhile, it is Skitter just farming top, and he is going to go down the route of this Maelstrom build, so he wants to look to fight early. The Gleipnir, probably the choice, of course, too. So it does feel like Falcons have kind of switched the mold a little bit this game, just looking to pressure a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously a fan of the right-click SF, but I do have some doubts. I have some doubts.
I don't blame you. Sometimes it can be very vulnerable versus, especially something like a Pango who can just roll in on top of you. And if you don't have BKB, it can look weird. And sometimes if you pop the BKB, they just reset and then kind of dance on you. So,
and it's just, even when you're doing the right-click SF, you still don't put points in Feast of Souls then, I guess.
You can put 1 point sometimes, but...
Because it's a lot of attachment, but indeed losing the 5 souls at the end feels kind of bad.
Oh, yeah, it actually reminded me. I think we did see a Tomato Shadow Fiend. Now I gotta actually look it up.
Yeah, check it out.
I'm pretty sure I saw one. Let's see what it was.
I mean, when you're doing this sort of build, Mask of Madness, Dragonlance, they're kind of essential.
Sure.
And then it's kind of up to you where you want to go after that.
Probably BKB, even though sometimes it feels like it falls flat on its face. Like, it's just you're playing versus Pango, so you feel necessary to do it. Sometimes, like I said, it just, you do it and then it's like, wow, this was a bad choice, but sometimes it's just necessary.
Dire's tower has fallen.
So I'm going through all these games to see how many of, I think we actually had quite a bit of them, but it was quite a few days ago that we did
It was
see
earlier
some
in
of
the
these.
tournament, right?
Yeah. I think even maybe, is this a game where I think even East Coast maybe ran one. Yeah, whatever.
Falcons are prepared for the fight around the 14-minute power rune. It's
Contesting every single one of these runes. Nisha does find the amp damage this time.
just a coil onto one. They'll take it.
Here comes the roll.
Take it. Backup comes in. Snaking finally gets burst.
They have the mech on
Falcons,
33.
They might be able to find something in return. They're going to look over towards Boxy. Boxy's going to get caught by the Rolling Thunder into the duel.
Another duel.
Another kill here for Amar.
Good move. Trade of supports, but yeah, those duels are starting to rack up. Blade Mail's now finished up too. So Amar. Definitely seen that this is working. Key problem.
Key problem.
Hotkeys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this has been pretty flawless stuff from Amar so far. The last pick looking good. 2-0-1. 3 duels a success.
And we're getting, you know, a very nice, at least early, even start kind of going on here. Both teams are farming on their carries. The mid lanes are both doing pretty even. The off laners are pretty even. Same for the supports. So far, things are culminating nicely here. So you see that Mac, of course, from 33 was tried to be, you know, they tried to get a better fight out of it because of that, but you know, ended up just being that trade. Have to commit quite a bit to just kill the Enchantress.
Yeah.
And that was also Rolling Thunder with the Blink reveal. So Malrine did show that he's going to go Blink this game instead of going down that Orchid route that we have seen versus the Puck a lot of times.
I think Blink's way better. I think you don't.
I like it too.
You don't care about the Puck. You just care about making this Shadow Fiend's life miserable.
Yeah.
And there's going to be multiple ways that they can get on top of Mickey in the team fights. And obviously with this build-up, with the Master Managed Dragon Lance and now looking for the Manta Hurricane Pike, he doesn't want to get the BKB. That might be a problem, because if he gets jumped by this Rolling Thunder, you know, Legion's able to run up and get a duel on you with a Blade Mail.
I mean, it's a situation where you don't want to get the BKB because they can just reset off you, and then you can get dueled through it, and you can get lassoed through it. So there's answers for it. So you can understand why Mickey does want to go down green route.
For sure. It's the correct build. It's just it's definitely, I'd say, the more difficult position to play in this sort of game.
Absolutely.
And well, we'll see if Mickey can do it. So far, so good. He is yet to die on the Shadow Fiend.
And he does have protection, right? He does have... They don't actually have a point in Ice Path. That's a bit surprising from Insania. I guess he'll get it at 8. But they'll have Ice Path. They'll have the coverage of the Brew and stuff to potentially protect him. And Sidekick once there's more levels. So
absolutely. If he's able to hit, he's going to be healing.
He's going to be healing a lot. Yeah.
With the amount of damage, you know, how high the damage output is going to be from the SF.
And that's probably kind of the idea that they're going for, why he skips BKB, because they'll have these auras and this buff up just so they can stand his ground.
Sure.
Eventually, maybe he'll have to get one, but yeah, wanting to stall it as long as possible because of those BKB piercing abilities. As Falcons smoked up, everything is ready. They've got that blink, and even he's done it again, Malrine. He goes for the shard. So I've seen this multiple times from him also, where he gets blink and just a shard to control people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's cool. If Malrine's able to identify the SF in the team fights, it's going to be a very tough mid-game for Liquid.
Nisha.
Snaking is happy to tank through this. He's going to try and throw out some raises. Snaking's just sort of chilling in the pond here. I'll make the jump back over to him. He's going to get dispelled by Amar. Dreamcoat's going to get laid down. Amar is looking for a duel. He's going to be able to find it. Do they have the damage to bring it down?
It is.
They do. Again, every duel here being won by Amar on the Legion. That one only just, but he gets it.
Snay is just baiting them like crazy.
Absolutely.
This heal is insane. I mean, we've seen this a lot from these Enches, but they don't have the way to burst him, and then he gets pressed attacked, and 33 gets put in an awkward position. It's just a natural duel there for Amar. That Blade Mail, it's done, and he's getting closer and closer to Blink.
Yeah, he's crushing it. We'll see this fight earlier over in the river.
Guess we're going to see the duels, right?
We're going to see some indecent duel highlights from Amar.
1.
Quick and easy 1.
2. 3.
Oh, we got every single one of them. Beautiful. And are we going to get the one we just had now? We are. And this was quite a bold duel, because you never know against the Brewers. Like, can we kill this guy?
Because sometimes they do get the Void stance off, right? And that duel lasts like a quarter of a second or something like that, or what, like half a second. So does catch him into that Earth Brawler. Wasn't able to get that status resistance onto himself. Yeah, perfect stuff so far from Amar. The last pick is working out so far here.
It is.
And it's that one in particular is the most important one that they're able to do. If they can catch the Brew and burst him before the split, that's going to allow them to win most of those early team fights, even though they're versus Wombo combo team fight from Liquid.
They are.
And yeah, we saw that healing.
It is a close game on the numbers. It was 5-5. Top lane, they're going to try for Snake. Maybe now he's on his own, they can burst him nice and cleanly. They can. They deal with the Enchantress very quickly in a position like that.
Boxy's, he tends to be that strongest one versus this Enchantress as Marcy, always wanting that fast attack speed, or just some super high magic damage to be able to bring this hero down. Crit, he's got the blink done, so very good timing that he's been able to find on it. Even though he's 0-3, he's been able to get a good amount out of it.
Straight to the Roshan here for Liquid. They do it pretty quick, of course, with the right click SF, Mickey.
Yep.
So laying down the raises.
And it's maybe a bit on, I mean, they throw the scan, but I don't know if they make it there in time at all.
He can't get her in time. And Maureen, he's not really in a shape to get over there. He's not on the mana. I guess he's got the bottle in the arcane room, but yeah. Making this sort of move.
They're going to try to make it.
It's not going to come nearly fast enough. This Roshan's going down.
They can fight them outside of it, though, perhaps. If they see
I don't
an
think they'd be
opportunity to
scared
jump.
about fighting into an Aegis.
Yeah,
I think
they
they've got
have
pretty strong Falcons. Even though, as I said, the Goldie's pretty close, their heroes are pretty strong right now with the timings that they've hit.
Skeeter's gone for the fighting build, which I love this game. Just that Gleipnir to be able to join his team and get aggressive.
Oh, they're going for 33. See if they can burst him. Excellent angle on the Rolling Thunder into the duel. A beautiful start to the fight from Falcons and Maureen. He's already onto the backlines. He's going to get the jump onto the two of them. Liquid, this could be a tough fight for them to turn without their brew.
They're right on Mickey.
He's going to get the Requiem off. We'll get the pushback. Snake King's hit the Macropyre. Is healing up, but he will get pulled back into the Macropyre there by Boxy. They get something in return.
They used a lot. They did use all 3 ultis to make sure that they got the Brewmaster, and he is coming back soon. So Falcons have to be careful how they reset here. And I imagine they are just going to look to run since they did commit everything to kill Brew. And they will.
But yeah, great stuff from Falcons. Just being able to realize that they can kill this Brew. They can kill 33 at the start of the team fights. They get the chance to jump in every single time.
Nisha is getting a lot, though. I'm just watching how much he's farming, and you know, I will keep mentioning just because of the lack of control, that could potentially be problems. I've seen some of these pucks, if they get to late game, they also turn into carries, so just always have to watch that. And they did prioritize giving him the Aegis too, so really trying to make sure that Nisha can get to that point, it seems like. Falcons. I mean, with this triple blink, they definitely want to look to play fast. Even if they're playing into Aegis, they want to look to just get on top of this SF and sandwich him.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's what makes this game very exciting.
It's very exciting.
In terms of the SF, because it really is sort of a make or break here in this position. Like, either Mickey doesn't get jumped, he's able to just tear through the team fights, get a Requiem off, and just slice through heroes with the incredible physical damage he's going to be able to do. Or he gets jumped, fully controlled, and dies at the start of the fight, which absolutely can happen. His positioning and Liquid as a team, they have to be absolutely prepared to do everything to keep these heroes off the Shadow King.
Yeah, and so far not bad. You know, he hasn't died.
He hasn't.
And that's,
but he hasn't turned up to too many fights, right?
Sure.
Sort of that one up there where he Requiems and runs away. We're yet to sort of see him really get stuck in and start to kill the heroes in the team fight.
Yeah. And also, they've not really gone for him fully as well, too. But they want to get 33. They have to make sure the Brew split doesn't go down.
Sure.
So yeah.
I think my concern is
what's up?
The Falcons, when they had the BKB on Skeeter, he can just kind of pop BKB, Gleipnir, run towards Mickey, pop his ult, and then what's Mickey gonna do? It's going to be difficult, right?
He's got to try to stand his ground.
Yeah, but he's going to be missing. The axes are coming out. He's missing his attacks.
Sure, right? But that's kind of the concept.
You can't hit.
Sure. That's kind of the concept, though, right? It's like they want to be able to just brute force through those fights with the sustain, since they have quite a bit of auras and stuff, so. Coil at 2. Amar's been caught.
That's a very good start here from Nisha. And I get the jump onto Amar. Yeah, beautiful setup from Nisha to get them the Legion kill. For what has been the first time this game they're finally able to take out Amar. So if they can get the close in onto Snakey, they get the drag back with the Waning Rift. Do they want to dive this?
They sure do.
Boxy's in with the Unleash. A double kill for Boxy.
Yeah, so, I mean, the thing is, Mickey's not squishy, and that's the one thing also.
Sure.
He's got a lot of stats.
And I'll tell you what the thing is as well. I feel this is a game as well. If the Shadow Fiend, if Mickey's getting jumped and he is put under pressure, they've kind of got
They've got other tools.
They've got the Boxy.
They've got Boxy, they've got Puck.
On the Marcy, he's ready to carry a game if some of his cores get punished.
He's close to BKB. Yeah. This is probably one of the earlier. We haven't been seeing the rush of the BKBs as much. They're even prioritizing it. Look at this. They're giving him the last hit. So really, I like it too, because they're making sure that they have this like 3 different types of forms of carries, because at some point, Mickey will probably die at least once in this game, and then they need to have the Puck and the Marcy to be able to bring things back. My concern really is that, the 33 is falling a little bit behind, but I think that's why they're giving Boxy that extra bit of farm.
Absolutely, because 33, he's the aura buy of this game. This isn't Radiance and scaling Brew. It's the Brews that you said, we kind of like to see. It's been working out with with some of the other teams with this sort of approach. He's getting the Greaves, getting normally what the Pipe or the Crimson. This game, of course, he's opted for the Crimson. It's going to be that more effective.
Yep.
The win rate's not been great for him.
Not for him, but
so
for Ace in particular, who has been the one doing this build, it has been beautiful.
It's looked good. And it absolutely works when you do have a support and a player like Boxy on his Marcy.
Who can scale.
Indeed, that's ready to start doing the scaling himself.
I mean, we'll have to see.
Reason. Late game Marcy can be, you know, you're killing the cores on your own sometimes.
Yeah. Especially like an Enchi and even a Pango, if you do find them in a good position there to be able to bring them down. Yeah, we'll have to see whose idea was right? I feel like we hear that a lot from these players nowadays. It's just like, which idea is going to be right? Is it going to be the troll that gets on the SF? Is it going to be the multi-scaling from Liquid and stuff like that? It's an interesting one to say.
Oh, Malrine.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, they do. Mickey's able to get the push back as well with the Requiem. An incredibly dead Pangolier caught out on his own there on the corner of the map.
And that's, Boxy been able to pretty much finish off that BKB this Aegis. It's been working really well versus the triple blinks. It seems like it's slowed down Falcons' potential aggression that they wanted to do versus it, and they've gained a decent amount out of it. A 2K lead at least during that Aegis timing.
Absolutely, getting these, the kills against these two cores, what Amar, and then now onto Malrine. We yet to die this game.
And I just keep clicking on Mickey. He's got Hurricane. It's all these stat items. He's got 3,000 HP, and if he gets the Lincolns, then he has protection versus the Legion duel on the Bat Rider.
I mean, it just goes to show, like, Mickey, how fast he's farming. This is a game in which, you know, Troll Skeeter did not get a bad timing on the Maelstrom, but already there's a 3K gold difference between the two carries. I mean, as you say, maybe it's just he's going to be so far ahead that even if they do get on top of him,
he might be able to fight through it.
He's just going to be that tanky that he can survive long enough and indeed be able to fight back.
Definitely a possibility.
It's massive.
Because he's got the other thing we always have to talk about too is, I mean, it has to be talked about in this meta, is auras versus not auras. One draft is going to have pretty much all of them, and the other one might not have too many. I see that he's going for Crimson Guard on Amar.
He's got the catch here.
It's perfect timing.
The damage. Yes, he has. Another duel win for Amar. He's back in action.
Perfect timing for him to get it.
They're going to try and punish him, though. Boxy gets the jump in. The Unleash out as well. Ready to start pummeling into Amar. He's going to get dragged back and taken out. Amar will fall. Mickey turns up, gets the kill. More money for him.
Extra soul.
Well, that's true with this flawless game. He's going to start extending that max cap.
And he's going to be, we have to talk about the 20 talent, since usually he's not at it just yet, but that 20 talent is going to add a ton of damage as well, on top of him having auras, lifesteal, etc. Perfect catch though for Falcons. That's a very ideal timing that they can catch it, because it was right after the Aegis gets reclaimed. It's right before this puck is able to get that Lincoln's finished up. So it was a good catch. They do lose Amar for it, but it's good to slow down that momentum that's coming from the puck too.
This is so far exactly what we hope to see from these two teams.
Both teams are hitting their timings that they probably do want to have, so we'll have to see who is his right as Skeeter finds an amp damage with his BKB done. So this is a fight that Falcons wants to look for.
Absolutely, they want to try and find a fight. Yeah, but especially with the amplified damage.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to see Skeeter going straight for the SF if he sees Mickey at the start as well. Just get on top of him.
Absolutely agree.
Because I think despite the fact that Mickey does have a lot of farm, the troll in his face, especially with an amp damage, could still be an issue.
Yeah. During the BKB. I think once the BKB ends, definitely some concern.
Absolutely, yeah. He has to make sure that, that the BKB is off. Ooh, Boxy.
Split second. That was close. 30 seconds. Roche.
And they're actually, honestly, as well, Boxy's going to have a pretty good answer for the troll, right? If he's able to get this basher on top of the BKB, if he BKBs, Boxy Unleashes just starts hitting the troll whilst, you know, Skeeter's trying to get on top of the cores.
There's definitely
it's just going to constantly be interrupting the troll's damage output during his BKB, which, as you say, is the crucial moment. It's crucial where Skeeter needs to be killing heroes, because as soon as that BKB's gone, he's going to have problems.
Yeah, there's going to be an unbelievable amount of disables. And if he doesn't get BKB off right at the start of these fights, the Brew, if he does get splits off also, will just throw him in the air in a lot of these situations. So, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see once those big fights do kick off, because as you said, wombo combo for the side of Liquid, but Falcons have good way to just initiate and start and maybe pop a hero until Lincolns come out, which are almost doubled now on Liquid. So they'll have Lincolns on Nisha, Lincolns almost done on Mickey, and they have now the Crimson Guard on 33, and there's no Troll Axe. So there's no Dispel for this Crimson Guard this time around. Not yet, at least. It's going to take some time. Amp damage is popped.
Time to hit the high ground. Get some sort of reaction out of Liquid. Liquid, they're going to have to head over pretty quickly. Skeeter's going to be taking this down pretty fast. The fortification has to come out. Liquid with the high ground.
Malrine.
Malrine's going to get caught first. They catch him with the silent. Dream Quarter follow-up as well. Boxy straight in, and Malrine's having to get off to the side with the rolling thunder. under. He is away. Skeeter, he's in with the BKB. Popped the battle transfer straight over towards Boxy. Boxy gets
They break the Lincolns. They're on Mickey.
Boxy still surviving, finally falls. Marlene jumps over there off the cliff here. Mickey ready to
Skeeter's
turn.
in trouble.
I mean, Mickey can start hitting back now. Now the BKB and the battle transfer come to an end. Skeeter's got nothing to save himself. Mar, he'll try and run, but Nisha jumps forward. They're going to be able to catch him as well. Liquid. More than ready for the fight there, able to take it in a beautiful style there on the high ground. Maureen, he gets away.
But they caught him at the start of it. He gets pretty much nothing off.
Yeah, he has to run.
And it took them a long time to bring down Boxy, even though they got the duel. They broke the Lincolns and dueled Mickey. There was no follow-up whatsoever. It took too long in this fight, and we're seeing that Liquid lineup of everything coming together. You know, they have kind of like 3 cores in a way to be able to deal a ton of damage.
And it just took Skeeter so long to really threaten Boxy.
Yeah.
Boxy lived through this for a very long time. Absolutely. Crimson, as you said, purchased just before this fight, making it that much more difficult for Falcons to really find anything in return. They just get Boxy, and they're not able to do anything about the other cores.
And Owen Roche is up, and they can kill it incredibly fast.
Quickly, absolutely. They're going to check it out a little too early. It spawns afterwards.
They're making the play instead. They have a ward. They're trying to go for that. That ward is despawning. They're trying to make an aggressive play on top of it for a second, perhaps.
I think if they would have checked back, they would have gone for it, because they still have like 40 seconds to kill it before it moves. And with the damage that Mickey's team's doing, they would have had that. Oh, and if Falcons get it now,
they have 30 seconds to kill it, though.
Oh, they're coming. 33's gone in. Oh, he's gone in to start things. Boxy's going to put the BKB. I mean, Liquid, they're not afraid of fighting.
They're on Skeeter.
They're super strong. The duel's going to come out. But the ult here, Skeeter is going to have
Crimson Guard.
Now, but indeed, slowly taking Boxy down. He's barely able to take Boxy
Crimson
down.
Guard.
He can't take Boxy down. Boxy survives. Skeeter goes down. Jump forward onto Snaking. Liquid, they're going to take the fight again.
They're smashing these fights. This Crimson is demolishing the troll. He doesn't do any damage.
He really isn't. He's falling behind massively now with the way the last few fights have gone. 9K lead now for Liquid.
Nisha wants more, but probably can't continue chasing forward here. They can go back for that Roche. Malrine trying to shove some lanes out, some lanes out, but these are two massive fight wins.
The high ground.
They're going high ground.
They know that Skeeter is not going to be in any sort of shape to buy back.
There's no glyph.
A beautiful couple of fights from
They're going tier 4s. They know there's no glyph.
Oh, they are.
And Mickey just hit 20, so his damage is through the roof.
I mean, they know that Skeeter's not going to have buyback likely.
They might just be able to end it.
They just might be able to do so.
I think they can end it.
They've got to do something now, Falcons. Crit's going to jump in. Amar's going to get right into the midst of the fight, but again, the Crimson is popped. They just don't have the damage to fight through this Crimson. The timings of the auras have been perfect for Liquid. The tier 4s have fallen. They'll look towards Amar. Amar, he's got the duel ready. Is he able to find any sort of target to take out? Mickey, he's just too far. They can barely damage this SF right now. The buybacks, they're flying out here from Falcons in a flurry of desperation to keep this game alive. They're going for the lasso attempt. They've got Mickey caught in the lasso. But Mickey's having to push himself out to the side with the Hurricane Pike. He's keeping his distance.
He's healing. The ice path.
The ice path down from Insania. Mickey surviving against it all. Finally, the duel comes in. They finally killed him off. It's a triple kill for Skeeter. Falcons. They will hold. They have to buy back on the two of them. But they force Liquid out of the base. Liquid, they do not get away. We're trying to go all in on the Ancient. At least not yet.
Not yet.
The team full.
Skeeter
The Ancient's exposed. But Falcons have defended.
How many? What was that? 2 buybacks at least there?
Crit and Amar.
Whew. I mean, Liquid, they go for the big play to go for this attempt to get anything. They get the disables. They are able to control Mickey long enough. Oh, man, Falcons.
What a hold. I mean, that was a point where you can absolutely see why Liquid went all in on that.
Absolutely. I mean,
there was an opportunity. There was a chance.
Yeah, especially with the Bruce play with the Crimson. We saw all the block damage. But, yeah, those buybacks coming in and the control. And now Skeeter, I think the most important thing is he gets every kill. So we were talking about the Crimson Guard.
So much money.
He almost has the Ags. So the Dispel is going to perhaps be there. And they can get the Roche. Liquid, they went for a ballsy play, but they could get punished for it here.
With that play as well, you got to remember, they didn't even get any racks.
No racks.
They didn't get any racks. They went straight for the tier 4, straight for the Ancient. They felt that they had it. They felt strong. They did not. Falcons, they hold, they get the Roshan, and this game, it ain't over yet.
It's gotten spicy. And now Snaking's getting some of these auras too. He's got the pipe. He's going for at least a solar crest for his team. Alrighty. And I think the AC is almost done for Malrine. So yeah, some timing's being hit now too. And the Ag Skeeter is definitely the most important one. We saw this Crimson kind of just doing everything there in these last few ones. He'll have the Dispels. Oh boy. Did Liquid go a little too far? They still have a good lead. They still have Basher, still have a ton of items on everybody here.
Yeah, I mean, Mickey's still huge. You know, obviously did die the once. He's going to get some of his souls permanently taken away there, capped down towards 20. He'll have the butterfly next time round, and of course, that's still going to come at a time where there won't be any direct answer to the evasion.
I mean, they are still absolutely massive, but Falcons has been given a chance in this game.
Quit. They're going to look to go again. Of course, they know. I mean, sure, was Crit also doesn't have buyback. The fact that a Mars is gone is going to be pretty huge. If they can find the Legion, there will be quite the window to push, and indeed, as we see, it's actually financial reasons. Some of the rest have not got buyback. Skeeter, despite that fight, did obviously go in on the Axe because he needs to.
He absolutely
and he has the safety of the Aegis. They take him out twice in a fight. It could still be rough. Liquid, they're going to look for some action coming in with the smoke. Torment has taken Snake and grabs the shard.
And yeah, we'll have to see Amar in particular. You know, you're mentioning him. He has no BKB or anything, so if they do catch him with... If they catch him in a coil or anything in particular, he is very likely to go down. They can also throw him up during the duel and stuff like that. So let's see the teamfight execution as Liquid went for a risky play, and Falcons have gotten an opportunity to get more scaling on Skeeter. Liquid playing around their vision here. Just Mickey still super strong, especially with that timing of Butterfly before any MKBs are even close to the horizon.
That's going to be sort of the next... The current window, right? If they can find a fight before this MKB is out on patrol, it's going to feel pretty good. But if Skeeter gets that MKB before Liquid are able to progress the game anymore, and Liquid are going to fall into more difficulties, then it's getting closer and closer to the point where Skeeter will be able to get on top of this SF.
Yeah, and then he'll
have a free chance to play the game. We saw even there, right, when they were going for the game end, going for the throne, even with sort of all the kiting and control, Mickey did still eventually die.
Yes.
You know, with all this farm, he's not untouchable.
Liquid, I mean, still a bit afraid because of this Aegis. Even though there is no MKB, they are expecting this type of movement that's coming out from Falcons. He bought the Javelin, so I mean, Skeeter is just going all in, and it does give him a little bit of Pierce. It's not MKB by any means, but it's a slight extra bit on top of the Maelstrom, which gives him some extra bit as well.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of the percentage it ends up. It's what, a 25, and then if you miss that, you get another 25% chance. So
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd say it's probably like a 30 to 40% chance.
It's like 37.2, 37.5 or something. I don't remember.
So if to count with the evasion, he's going to be getting some hits.
Some hits for sure. Yeah,
a decent amount, honestly. It is good to get the Javelin.
And Boxy, do have to talk about him. He almost is level 18, so that level 3 Unleash is going to be online as well to be able to just flurry down these targets too. He could do quite a bit of damage in this next upcoming fight too.
Might jump the support. Nothing showing. Do they want to try and start things with a quick attempt at an Enchantress kill? They'll see what they can poke out.
He has a craggy coat too, so he is unbelievably tanky now at this point too. Lane's also not in the best position here for Liquid. Probably want to go to split push these. Another, even more kind of, this isn't an aura, but it's a kind of pseudo-ish aura, I guess you could say. 33 goes for Halberd. So another thing that he can throw on either the Legion or onto this Troll Warlord once these BKBs are coming down, since it's undispellable, of course. So cool to see. First time this patch. 33 really taking it, you know, the back foot here, just being that true support brewmaster. Liquid just trying to play around these high grounds until that Aegis gets reclaimed before they look to push for a fight.
If an opportunity arises, they will still try, even though the Aegis is still there for a minute.
If they can get a big coil into like this Requiem, they still have this Wombo combo.
It does feel a bit risky though. Like, do they really have to push it before the Aegis goes?
I would imagine they wait for the timing, but they're still playing around vision.
Try and fight into this Aegis. I mean, Skeeter's more than happy to turn and fight back. He's going to look towards 33.
Ice path.
We'll get clipped by the ice path. See where it's ready to turn towards now. They're going to be able to get over towards Mickey. Mickey needs help. Skeeter's in on top of him. Skeeter will get caught for the step. He's able to put the BKB. The Rolling Thunder continues to control
They're on Mickey.
They're in on top of the SF. Will get forced out to the side. Mickey punts the man to turn things around. He's beating into Amar. Mickey's getting solid, but he's surviving. The life still comes into play. Mickey will not fall quite yet. They've taken out the troll the once. Can they do it a second time?
Mickey's still alive.
Ready for round 2. Impetus is flying over towards Mickey. Mickey backing up, relying on Boxy Niche to keep the others of Falcon held away from him so Mickey can stand his ground. Turn, start to get the right
trouble.
back in. Skeeter, he's getting focused down here by Mickey.
He's going down.
Mickey able to play from the distance. As
they fight through the Aegis.
They hold the fight in a beautiful position. Snaking. See if he's able to retreat from this. Either way, it's 3 dead on Falcons. Again, no buybacks on any of them. They get the jump on the Snaking inside of the base. He's healing up, but Mickey forces in a couple of raises, trying to get him. Snaking looks like he will live.
They want the throne, Owen.
They're going to jump in, and they will kill him off. And now, No buybacks. They don't have it. Skinner's
They've got
got a
it.
90. They've got a fortification, and just Malrine on his own in an attempt to hold on into this competition. And Malrine, he
GG.
knows he can't do it. Amar's already called it. GG is called.